Howdy, bass players. Okay, this is for all the bass players that have learned all the notes on D string, the G string, and you did it at home with me, my video, the A string, A, B, C, C sharp, okay? So I like this next couple of things that I'm gonna show you because they're super fun. So check it out. First thing I'm gonna do is play every note we can do so far in order, every note 4 times, just like we do kind of in the beginning of lessons, so we can regroup, okay? We are gonna go from lowest note to the highest note you know. Listen carefully and I will call it out and you can watch me do it and then play along. We're gonna start on your open A. Okay, we're starting on your open A string, the lowest string you know. We played this a little bit for hot cross buns, but we're leaving it out for now. We're starting on your open A. We're gonna do 4 A's, 4 B's, 4 C's, 4 C sharps. Then we're gonna continue on up over to the D string with no fingers. Then 4 D's, 4 E's, 4 F's, 4 F sharps, keep going up, 4 G's, 4 A's, skip this one for now, and then go right to from 4 A's to 4 B's. That's all the notes you got. It's a lot of notes. You would see it on the board at school, okay? All right, so here we go. You wanna make sure your bow hold is really good. I'm making it so you can really see my fingers, but you wanna make sure your bow hold is really good. I know it's below the screen, okay? Make sure your bow hold looks really good. Make sure your bow's on the right string, starting on A. Make sure your thumb is in the back and your elbow's up so you can really do your whole soda can to grip those 4th fingers and get everything right on the tapes. Make sure your fingers are over the tapes. Make sure you're not like down low in the wrong spot because it won't sound right. So you want your first finger, check where your first finger is gonna go. Check it all out before you start, okay? Here we go. So now we're over A with no fingers, fingers close but not touching, okay? Here I go. 4 A's. I will call it out just like I do in school. You play along. 1, 2, 4 A's, go. B, C, C sharp, over to D, no fingers. Now E, first finger on D. F, F sharp. We're gonna keep going. Over to G. No fingers. First finger's A. And then right to 4th finger B. There you go. Okay? That's the whole thing. If you want to go back and try it again or try it by yourself at a different speed, that's good too. It's kind of the good thing about having me on a video. You just rewind or fast forward. Okay, so now we're going to talk about lesson 13 in the book. I shall show you. Check it out. All right, so you've done up to lesson 12 on the other page, hopefully, where you just finished doing the notes on the A string, C sharp, A, B, C, and C sharp. If you forget what a note is when you look at these pages, just flip your book back to the pages before, you know, where it lists all the notes. So don't be afraid. It's not cheating. You're just teaching yourself. So be like, oh, I forgot, and go back, okay? So here we are. A couple new things, but they're pretty easy once you understand what's going on. So I'm going to point you and show you just like I do. So if you have your book, you can check with me. Okay, this word right here is octave. Octave, the word 8, oct, right? Okay. So octave, the distance between 2 pitches, oh, I can't read it backwards. The distance between 2 pitches with the same letter name, okay? That's what it says. All right, so an octave is the 2 notes that have the same letter name. This A, that's your open A string, and the other A that you know, first finger on the G string, this A, that there are 8 notes in between there, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and they're 8 notes apart, and they have the same name, so they're called being an octave apart. This is the lower octave, and this is the higher octave. Looks higher, sounds higher, makes kind of sense. The other one you know is right here next to it. You know 2 different Bs also. You know B on the A string, first finger, way down here, and you know B on the G string, way up here. Okay, so B to B, low B, high B, those are an octave apart, okay? So here's where the fingers go, right? So that shows you this is your B on the G string, this is your B on the A string, your high one, your low one, and then this is what they look like, okay? So it's all notes you know. It's just telling you that you know more than one note that has the same name, and when that's the word is octave for that's how far apart they are, okay? So then that makes number 1 very easy, because it's all notes you know, and it's all half notes and whole notes. So if you look at it, A, high A, B, B, and then C sharp, D, D, and then D, 2, 3, 4, C sharp, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4. And you're just coming down. All you do is you hop back and forth with your bow and your fingers wherever you have to go. These are in order, but these hopping around ones are kind of fun. Okay, so I'm gonna play number 1. Here we go. I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can see my bow hopping around, okay? So here it is. I'm gonna start with this open A, and then I'm gonna hop over, then I'm gonna hop back to B, then I'm gonna hop back to B, okay? So you're really hopping around a lot. You may miss here and there, but it's okay. You just do the best you can. You'll get it. All right, here we go. So A to A. I'll start. I'm gonna have this finger ready to go because my first A is no finger, so I don't need it. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay. Now over to B. Hop over to high B. Hop back to C sharp. And then it's real easy. And then slow, 2, 3, 4. Slow. Look how slow my bow's going. Okay? So that's it. But you're just practicing. Alrighty. Okay, the next new thing is also pretty easy. No new notes. No new notes at all on this whole batch of lessons right now. Okay, you're just using them for different things. You can change your top number over here in the time signature. 4 beats in a measure, right? 4 over 4. You can change it to a 2, which means 2 beats in a measure instead of 4. So if you look, here you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 beats total. Here you only have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Other than that, it's a piece of cake. It's just different amount of beats, okay? If you're good at fractions, you can tell me how those are related. All right, so other than that, oh, and look, both sharps in the key, which means F sharps and C sharps when you get to them. Okay, so check out number 2. D, D, E, E, F sharp, G, G, then hop over to A, B, B, C sharp, D. So if you notice the pattern, you're playing every note twice. You just have to know what note it is, okay? All right, so I'm gonna play number 2. Okay, here we go. Get ready, bow hold, thumb in the back, arms up. Get your good soda can going. Make sure your fingers are over the tapes and over and maybe or maybe not touching. Here we go. Number 2. 1, 2, ready, go. F sharp, G, hop over to open A. That's pretty straightforward. All right, so now you have enough notes to play the D scale, which is number 3, which you're going to end up memorizing because we do it all the time in orchestra. And we just use it for different things, and we do it in different ways. But what the D scale is you may know from music class, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? So all that, when you sing it or when you hear it, it sounds like a scale, and those things, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, that's a scale. And if you play the right notes in the right order with the right spacing, it sounds right. So you can tell if you're doing it correctly just from music class with Mrs. Poutre or with Ms. Roselli. Okay, so the way it works is you start on one note. In this case, we're going to start on D, and we go till we come back to D. And if you play all the notes in order, that's the D scale. And I will tell you that number 2 is also that we just played is what we're talking about. Because if you look, it started on D, and the last note is D. What I did here is, for number 3, I wrote out what it is so you can copy it down and you can memorize it. You don't have to think too hard about it. Okay, so I'm going to hold the book up. If you want to pause the video here for a minute, see underneath number 3, I wrote the letters out. I wrote D, E, F sharp, G, and then A, B, C sharp, D. All those 8 notes, D to D, that is the whole D scale. You go backwards and come down. I only wrote them going one way because then what you would do to memorize it is you would just go backwards, okay? The other thing I would do is I'm going to play each one 4 times. So you have them written out, and then you play each one 4 times because then that gives you time to think about what the next one is. So that's how we would do it in class. So that's how I'm going to try to do it on this video. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do it 2 times, okay? I'm going to play it 1 time right now. Pardon me while I move my cello. I'm going to play it 1 time right now, and I'm going to make it so you can see the book, okay? So you're going to hear me playing, but you're going to see the book. I'm just going to lift it up so you can see it, okay? So here it is all written out. This is a new video that I've never done like this before. Okay. So here's all the notes written out, okay? So I'm going to start. I'm going to play 4 Ds, 4 Es, 4 F sharps, 4 Gs, 4 As, 4 Bs, 4 C sharps, 4 Ds, and then I'm going to come back down. C sharp, B, A, then hop way over to G. There's a big hop here, but you just do it. G, F sharp, E, D. I'm going to play it, and you can watch. You'll hear 4. Even though you only see 1, you're going to hear 4. I'm going to play it that way. I'll talk through it. And then, can you hear? You can hear me, but not see me. Check it out. Here we go. 4 Ds. 1, 2, ready, go. E, F sharp, G, way low A, B, C sharp, D, backwards, back to C sharp, back to B, open A, way over to G, come back down, F sharp, keep coming down, E, and D. Okay, so that's what it sounds like, that's what it looks like. All right, so now I'm going to move this. I'm going to play exactly the same thing, but I'm just going to make it so you can see the bass playing it, okay? So here we go. Same thing. Hopefully you wrote it down by now if you want to look at it in the book, all right? So starts on D, bow and fingers on D, fingers ready, 4 times each so you can think. I'll talk you through it. D first, 1, 2, ready, 4 Ds. E, F sharp, G, way over to open A, B, C sharp, D, now you're going to go back down, back to C sharp, big hop over to G. Here we go. Now down to F sharp. E, D. All right. I spent a lot of time on this because it's super important. We will use it a lot. You know, you were in orchestra when we would go, okay, play 4 Ds and 4 Es and 4 F sharps. So all of that kind of thing, I was actually just saying parts of this scale. You didn't know what it was then, but now you kind of know what it is. So if you can learn this and memorize it and play it, that would be fantastic, and play me a video. And if you're trying to get it, but you're getting a little bored, here's another way you can do it. You're gonna play the same exact thing, only you're gonna go back to the good old days. Wasn't the good old days. Take your bow, put it on your stand. With your bow hand, make the L for loser sign. Remember this? Don't forget to rest the thumb of your L for loser sign on the edge of your fingerboard. Not way down where you bow, that's all sticky from rosin. A little higher up, right about here, okay? Don't not rest it because you won't know what to do. Rest your thumb on the edge of the fingerboard. Look, over here, not on the string or any of that, on the fingerboard. Boom. Then your index finger does the plucking. And then you get your fingers ready and you say, oh, okay, we're gonna play the D scale with each note 4 times. But instead of bowing it, you're gonna pluck it. Check it out. 1, 2, 4 Ds, go. E. F sharp, G, way over to low A, B, C sharp, D, now you gotta come back down, back to C sharp, B, open A, now you gotta go way over to high G, 4 times. F sharp, come back down to the D string. E, D. Ta-da! So do it that way if you're interested. Super fun. Basses play a lot of stuff that way anyway, so it's great. Then when you get really good at it, you can take out doing it 4 times and you can just do each note. So I triple dog dare you to learn it with 1 note apiece, like it says in number 3. Now, I tricked you a tiny bit. I'm gonna actually keep going in the book. I skipped the last song, but you can try that, okay, on your own. If you go to the next page, this is a performance page, and it says Little Tom Tinker, which is the same as Little Tom Tinker down here on the first, at the bottom of lesson 13, but if you flip to the next page after performance page 2, and lesson 13 is lesson 14. Ta-da! And the fancy new thing of the week is this Italian word right here, pizzicato. Say it with me, pizzicato. Okay, fancy Italian word. Sometimes we call it pizz, same way as I call orchestra orc, which is usually I'm in a rush. Play by plucking the string. Ta-da! You're plucking the string. We'll do it holding the bow soon, but you've already done it. This is just a repeat of back in the beginning of the book when you didn't know how to use your bow and you were just plucking. Remember that? Pluck each string 4 times. So if you learn the D scale with plucking, you've done lesson 13 and 14 together. And if things are going great, if you look at lesson 14, the song of the week is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, which is exactly the same Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star from your orchestra packet. It just, you know, it's in the book instead, but it's the same notes. So you can play Twinkle, Twinkle, pizzicato. So if you're getting good at it, try to do a plucking. Don't forget, thumb on the edge, rest. You can pizzicato anything and everything. hot cross buns, the good part, anything you want. Pizzicato, if your finger starts to hurt, take a break because you're working hard. But D-scale and pizzicato, that's 2 lessons at one time. And you can do your own theory page at home. You can circle and do the matching and stuff. And just so you know, if you flip to the next page, this is some lesson, right? If you flip to the next page, lesson 15, this talks about this kind of note right here, this with the little squiggly that you've seen. It's like famous looking, but you may not know what it is. It's called eighth note. This is what one of them looks like. But we never see them written out like this. This is to show you that it's one, but there's too many to count. It's too hard. So for lesson 15 in this book, I don't do it. I exit out. So today you have completed lessons 13 with the D scale and the octave, lesson 14, pizzicato, and lesson 15. 3 lessons in one day. Remember when it took us like 3 lessons just to get through one lesson? So that's how good you're getting. So you are going to go and you are going to try to learn the D scale and the pizzicato. Try to memorize it. See if you can get it. Play your little heads off. Try, if you like the 13 melodies, try those pizzicato. 31 melodies. Try those pizzicato. Anything you want. And the next time I come on with a new video, I'm going to start doing lesson 16, which you will look at it and go, oh my gosh, but it's not that hard. All right, you guys, I totally miss you. I hope you guys can get this. Let me know if you have questions. I will do private lessons on the Meet with you if you want to. Okay? All right, can't wait to see you again. Bye.